Hello, guys. Today we are taking a great topic, integration. This is very important topic. It is required in physics and mathematics both. As we have discussed earlier, differentiation. So integration is the inverse process of the differentiation. It is very easy. Just like we have a function fx and its derivative is small fx, like d over dx of this given function is fx. So when we integrate this function, this result, then we get the integral or antiderivative of this result fx. So when we integrate, this is a symbol of sign of integration, and it is equivalent to 1 over d. Then we get fx as a function, means it is reverse of differentiation. We differentiate this, we get result this. If we integrate the result, we get the function. So it is fx. And just like the differentiation of sin x is cos x, but when we will take, so dx comes on this side and d becomes 1 over d, and this 1 over d is equivalent to sine of integration. So integration of cos x with respect to x is right now sin x. So it is a reverse process because the differentiation of sin x is cos x and the integration of cos x is sin x, right? So, and actually it is not only sin x, it is sin x plus c, and c is the constant of integration. Like we can say, if we differentiate sin x plus c, we get cos x differentiation of sin x, and the constant part on differentiation we get 0, so it is cos x exactly. So this way we can say integration is the inverse process of differentiation, or you can say differentiation is reverse of integration. Like we have this position of this hand, so if we spread the fingers spread out, then we can say this is differentiation. When we divide a bulk or volume in smaller parts, this is known as differentiation. When we collect this again, we integrate this like this, then we can say the summation of all small particles as a bigger mass, that is the integration. And when we divide a bigger part in smaller parts, that is differentiation. Like this is the reverse: differentiation, integration, integration, differentiation. So these are reversed. Now we will discuss the formula of integration. And for the integration formula, first we should know the formula of differentiation. So whatever the formula of differentiation, like just like we have differentiation of x to the power n plus 1, we get n plus 1 x to the power n, or any other formula. We differentiate a function, we get a result. When we integrate the result, we get reverse of it, we get the function. Like sin x differentiation is cos x integration is sin x. Then we will use this technique. So if we take x to the power n plus 1, on differentiation we get power comes down in multiplication and one power will be reduced, so x to the power n. So when we integrate the right hand side, or you can say result, we get the function. So if we want to integrate x to the power n, so we integrate this, this comes here, So x to the power n integration will be x to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. This is known as power formula or plus 1 formula. So it is just like x to the power n, dx come on this side and d comes 1 over d, and 1 over d is equivalent to sign of integration. So we can say it is x to the power n dx, and this n plus 1 comes on this side, so we get x to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. But there is one restriction for this formula. The value of n, the power of x to the power n, should not be minus 1. So it is required mandatory, except this value minus 1, it is applied on any fraction, any positive, any negative number, except this value. Like if we take x square positive 2 power, then this is plus 1 formula, so the result will be x to the power 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1, we add plus 1, so this becomes x cube by 3 and plus sign of integration. Like if we take integration of x to the power 1 or simply x, then the plus 1 formula, according to this formula, the power will be increased by 1 and the denominator is also increased by 1. So it is x square by 2 plus c. When it is integration of dx, so what does it mean? It is, we can take 1 and any term with 0 power is equivalent to 1. So we are writing x to the power 0 dx, and according to this formula, it is plus 1 formula, so its result will be 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1. So x to the power 1 divided by 1, so it is x. So the integration of dx is x plus c. And when we go for positive fractional value, so it is under root x, that means x to the power half dx. So it is plus 1 formula, x to the power half plus 1 over half plus 1. This is 3 by 2, and on reciprocation we get 2 by 3, and 1 plus half is 3 by 2, so it is 1 and a half, it is 1 power and this is half power. So we can say the integration of root x is 2 by 3 x 3 by 2 or x root x plus c. When we go for negative powers, negative fractions, so it is 1 over under root x, so it comes x to the power minus half, and using plus 1 formula, power formula, so we add plus 1, it becomes minus half plus 1 is positive half, and the same half, this comes up, so it is 2 root x. So this is the power formula we will use for positive powers. We can use only dx, we can use positive fraction value, we can use for negative fraction values, and for any value, 0 power, positive powers, positive fractional, negative fractional, except this value. Now the other formulae, just like if the we take the differentiation of log x, we get 1 over x. So when we integrate 1 over x, we get log x, just like this. So on integration of 1 over x, it is log x, so it is x to the power minus 1. So x to the power minus 1 doesn't give the result of power formula, it is minus 1 plus 1 and minus 1 plus 1, so it is 0 and it is 0, so 0 in denominator gives not defined function, so this can't be possible. You can't use the power formula on x to the power minus 1. So according to reverse inverse of differentiation, we have log x differentiation is 1 over x, so 1 over x integration is log x. Remember, this is an important formula. And the exponential functions, just like d over dx of e to the power x, that is e to the power x. So when we integrate the right hand side, we get the left hand side as a function, so e to the power x dx is again e to the power x. So the differentiation and the integration both are same in case of e to the power x, while in case of any number to the power x like a to the power x, so the differentiation of this is a to the power x log a. So when we integrate the right hand side, the resultant of this part, so we want to differentiate a to the power x. So this comes on this side in division. So a to the power x dx is a to the power x log a plus c. Now we are taking the formula of trigonometry. As we know, the differentiation of sin x, it is cos x. So when we integrate the cos x, we should get sin x, as an inverse of differentiation is known as integration. So when we integrate cos x, we get sin x. The same way, we have the differentiation of cos x, that is minus sin x. So when we integrate sin x, this minus comes on this side. So the integration of sin x will be minus cos x. And the differentiation of tan x is x square x. So the integration of x square x is tan x plus c. The differentiation of cot x is minus cosec square x. So the integration of cosec square x is minus cot x. Now the differentiation of sec x is sec x tan x. So when we integrate the right hand side, we get the left hand side. So it is the sec x tan x integration is sec x. And the differentiation of cosec x is minus cosec x cot x. So the integration of cosec x cot x is minus cosec x. Minus comes there and it will be minus cosec x plus c. Now the inverse functions. So differentiation of sin inverse x is 1 over under root 1 minus x square. So the integration of the result is sin inverse x. So when we integrate 1 over under root 1 minus x square, we get sin inverse x plus c. Similarly, the differentiation of tan inverse x is 1 over 1 plus x square. So the integration of 1 over 1 plus x square with respect to x is tan inverse x. And the differentiation of sec inverse x is 1 over x under root of x square minus 1. So the integration of 1 over x under root x square minus 1 will be sec inverse x. So when we integrate any function of x with a constant, then the constant comes out and we will integrate this as a x function using these formulae. We get fx multiplied with k. And next theorem is when we integrate this expression, so according to this we distribute integration on all these functions. So we get the differentiation of f1x with positive sign, integration of f2x. If it has negative sign, then we will use negative sign, f3x dx. Now we will take a few examples on these formulae or the introduction of integration. These are very easy or basic questions. So if we have x to the power a plus a to the power x plus x to the power a plus a to the power x. So according to last theorem, we will distribute integration on all these functions. So first we will take this constant part, extract this, and the integration of x dx plus when we extract a and then we integrate 1 over x dx, and this is x to the power a dx, and last one is a to the power x dx. So it is power 1, so we use the power formula. It is x square by 2 plus 1 formula, and there is 1 over x. 1 over x is according to integration formula, that is log x, and x to the power a is the power 1 formula. We get x to our a plus 1 over a plus 1, and in terms of a to the power x, we have the formula a to the power x log a. So this is the answer. What is x square minus 1 over x square plus 1? So we will try to form this denominator in numerator. For this we will add plus 1, and for neutralization we will subtract 1. So we add this plus 1 and we subtract this minus 1. So there is no effect on the numerator. This is x square minus 1. So this becomes x square plus 1 and this is minus 2. And when we distribute this denominator on these, we will cancel out this. We get 1 minus 2 over x square plus 1. So it becomes 1 dx plus minus 2 will be extracted, and this is 1 plus x square dx. This is the formula of tan inverse x. So we get this is x and minus twice of tan inverse x. So this is the answer. Now the complexity of the question or integration will increase slightly. So x to the power 4 over 1 plus x square. Right now we subtract 1 and add 1. Now this becomes x square minus 1, x4. So x to the power 4 minus 1, we can say 1 square, and we can also write x square minus 1 square. So we can write x square plus 1 and x square minus 1. So this is the a square minus b square formula, simple. So we use this formula a square minus b square. On this expression we get this plus 1 over this. So when we separate this, so this one will be cancelled out and we get x square minus 1. So it is x square minus 1 plus 1 over 1 plus x square. So when we integrate x square using formula x to the power n dx is x to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. So n is 2 right now. So on adding 1 it becomes x cube, and the same 3, x cube by 3, and the integration of dx, or you can say 1, or you can say x to the power 0, we get x, and this is the formula of tan inverse x. So this is the answer. Now we increase the power x to the power 4 to x to the power 6. Right now this is the x square plus 1. So a cube plus b cube formula, according to that, it should be positive 1 if we want to cancel out this from denominator. So we add 1 and subtract 1. So plus 1 and minus 1. So it is x to the power 6 plus 1, and this is minus 1 is 2. And we use formula of a cube minus b cube. So x to the power 6 plus 1 cube, we can also write x square cube plus 1 cube. So a cube plus b cube formula is a plus b, we get x square plus 1. So it is x to the power 4 plus 1 square minus the product of this, so it is x square into 1. So right now we get x square plus 1, x to the power 4 minus x square plus 1. So it is this. In place of this we can write this, and it is minus 2. When we distribute this LCM on these two parts, so this one will be cancelled out, we get this, and minus 2 over x square plus 1. So on integration using plus 1 formula, this becomes x to the power 5 over 5 minus this is power 2, so it becomes 3 over 3, and this is no power, so on adding 1, so we get x, and this is on extracting 2, we have 1 over x square plus 1, that is the formula of tan inverse x. So this is the final result.